Alright, decided to make kind of a bozo video for funsies, because, you know, Squattober every day is fun, but gotta change it up sometimes. Got my Buckeye Donuts cup. I'm not an Ohio State fan, if that's what you were thinking. Just two of my best friends live in Columbus, so I gotta rep it. But today I want to talk about my vision. I can't even say it with a straight face. My vision board that I posted on Instagram the other day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through each slide. I'll probably hold it up and talk about it, but actually put the photo on the screen because like you're not really gonna be able to see what I'm doing. So, Instagram lets you take 20 pictures and upload them. So I was trying to see, you know, what 20 pictures I'm feeling right now that really make me, that kind of like explain my vibe, my training vibe, my life vibe right now. You know, there's the whole winter arc thing, and I really believe in that. I love it. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on Boba. He's on his leash out there, but, and so I was just thinking about what inspires me right now. So the first thing is going to be this awesome collage from Rudis of Dave Schultz. Now, it's kind of funny because I never did wrestling. I do jiu-jitsu, but they're different things, obviously. But I just think wrestling is kind of like the ultimate alpha sport. You know, like there's no cutting corners in wrestling. The conditioning is nuts. I watched the documentary Team Foxcatcher on Netflix recently, and it just inspired me deeply. Dave Schultz was just like a master of his craft, but also someone who, you know, was kind of goofy, was a good dad, like dressed kind of eccentrically, and I love that. That inspires me. So I've been watching pretty much all the content I can get my hands on about him. And yeah, no, it's really like fired me up. The second one's going to be my guy Sawyer Klatt, or as Chloe refers to him, my king, power lifter. The guy's a monster. His total has just shot up through the years, and it's cool to see how he's leveled up. Putting on body weight. He has a nuts physique, and that's even at the high weights he's at right now, because of his because of his powerlifting. If he ever body builds, I'm gonna lose my mind because I'm sure he would look ridiculous. Third one's gonna be C-Bum. Don't be a skinny bitch. Speaks for itself. You know, while I'm cutting right now, like I'm still trying to maintain as much muscle mass as I can, and you know he's about to win his 6th Olympia, so anytime C-Bum speaks, I listen, as the Lord intended. Then we have David Goggins, just like frozen with a weight vest on. He's obviously been running in like freezing temperatures. Do I have to explain the David Goggins thing? I mean, like, I'm not sure a guy could inspire me more. When I was losing about 100 pounds 6-ish years ago, I was listening to Can't Hurt Me at the gym, just at my little global gym trying to get fit. And I'll like never forget that. That is like a core memory of my life. It's just like him helping me push so hard and becoming like the person I wanted to be when I had spent 27 years hating myself. So always an inspiration. Then we have Tulam, Ronin Tactics on Instagram. He wrote the book The Way of the Ronin, which I read a couple months ago, and it definitely opened my mind to a lot of things. The quote on the picture, it's like him young in the military, but the quote on the picture, on the tough days you need to ask yourself, you want to be a fucking commando today? And that's what his uncle used to call or ask him. And like, what a great mantra. Even if you don't care to be in the military, I mean, I think it's a mindset, right? Like commando's a mindset. Then we have David Lade. It's just a screen cap from one of his videos lately. I think David Lade is a great inspiration for me, and like is purely just like a fitness influencer. He doesn't compete bodybuilding, powerlifting, anything, but over the years his content has been amazing, and it's just someone who like really embodies the spirit of fitness and like devoting himself to honing his craft and like making his physique the best it can be. Then we have Coach Joe, Zad Strength, with his ridiculously wide back, amazing. And it just says, you must train back to live here. I swiped up on it and I was like, should I put this up in my garage gym? And he was like, you better. So I love that shit, training back, having that Dorito back. You know, if you don't watch his content, he's kind of a hidden gem of the internet. You should definitely check out his YouTube channel. Then we have Ippo running with Takamura. You know, you gotta get your runs in. There's nothing left to it but to do it on that one, and especially me with the ultra going on, 24-hour ultra going on in a month. I think we're 30 days officially today, which is nuts. You know, getting your run in is paramount. You know, boxers, their conditioning's nuts. Full sweats are out here jogging. Incredible. I'm gonna let in my dog real quick. Hold on. My ultimate inspiration, the boba. Do you want to go inside, buddy? Go ahead. All right. So this next one is like, if you know, you know. The Boogs, Rick the Stick, Dr. Density himself. If you don't watch Rick Bugenhagen's stuff, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Eric Bugenhagen is the best, Rick the Stick, and Juji. They loaded up 1,000 pounds onto this wheelbarrow sled, and then he was also, like, pulling Juji, who is on a Schwinn air bike, just, like, doing monster shit. Horse cockery at its best. And then we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Nick Bare, Leadville. Specifically picked Leadville because, you know, I think that is like, that's peak Nick Bare to me, was Leadville. Like, there was never a point where I didn't think he would finish the 100, because, like, literally anything Nick Bare says he's going to do, he does. But, like, the time and effort he put into that 100-miler, this bird, when plenty of people can't finish it, was, like, so inspiring to me. And that documentary gives me chills. I cry every time I watch it. So if you haven't watched the BPN Nick Bare Leadville 100 doc, go do that right now. This one is just something that speaks to me. The world is cruel, so I choose not to be. You know, I take pride in being, like, friendly and caring about people and trying to be genuine and empathetic to the world around me. And just because you want to be like a Benny Bicep, you just want to be like jacked as hell, doesn't mean that you got to be mean to people or make everything a competition. Like, you know, it's you versus you, and you can be kind to the people around you. Next, we have Sally McRae. She just finished up Project Mammoth. This woman's insane. I think she did 3 over 200 milers last year and won the last one, I think. An absolute monster. Her mindset is just different. You have Khabib. Wrestling a bear from when he was a kid, 1997. You know, one of the greatest UFC champions of all time. Absolutely untouchable. Khabib's the GOAT. You have Leonardo meditating when Splinter was missing in the first Ninja Turtles movie. Leo is my favorite Ninja Turtle. The Ninja Turtles have always spoken to me. I think we think of Ninja Turtles and we only think the goofy stuff, but there's a lot of content there. Rocky 4, because what's a vision board without Rocky? You know, I've been getting into a lot more GPP training lately, and it always makes me think of Rocky 4. Matt Fraser and his parents' basement that he lived and trained in and rented out the majority of his winning years. And just that thought always kind of sticks with me. It's just like him getting up, like trudging to the basement, just like doing work that nobody wants to do. Like one of my favorite stories about Matt Fraser, this bird is killing me. You know, he sucked at rowing and it cost him a trip to the games his first year, and he went and bought a rower and rowed every day for a year. Like, that's the kind of dog he is, and that's the kind of dog I try to be, I want to be. Paris Butler, Bald Omni-Man. His content's just incredible. This guy's jacked and juicy. You know, I started running his push-pull legs probably a month and a half ago, 2 months now. And I think I've really seen a lot of strength gains. And it's the first bodybuilding program I've ever, like, really followed to a T. You trying to come out, bud? Boba, you want to come? No? Yes? No? Come on. Shooter, get off the pod. That's my alarm. I have a meeting at 12. Then we have Goku doing one-arm push-ups. Do I need to explain Goku? The man, the myth, the legend himself, always reinventing himself, always coming back stronger. Maybe not the best dad in the world, but he does the best he can. He's always saving the world. Rickson Gracie doing his breathing meditation. If you haven't read his book Breath, highly recommend. Interesting fella, more than you think. You know, like, we know what the Gracies have done for jiu-jitsu, but his mindset, the way he really inhabits the samurai and the warrior, is always inspiring to me. And then we finish off with an anime, Berserk. Guts is the man. Guts' mindset is an interesting one, because I think he comes off as this, like, grumpy dude, but then is just willing to fight for the stuff he believes in so intensely. whether that's the people he's fighting with or like his ideals, like he's gonna fight tooth and nail to the end. And you know, that inspires me because it's kind of how I like to live my life. So that's the vision board I posted the other day. Was this a necessary video? Probably not, but just kind of where I think it's like a good compilation of where my mind is at, a summary, because you know, I think I work in phases. Like Juji Mufu talks a lot about how he trains in phases, and I think I do the same. Like this month I'm doing Squattober, I'm training for the Ultra, which is on November 2nd. And I was always already talking to Chloe about how I want to do a lot more of like pure weightlifting. We brought on an incredible weightlifting coach at FitLab who really knows his shit, and he's offering 4 times a week 2-hour classes and the programming, and you know, I'm really ready to lock in. And while I can't hit while I shouldn't do some of the percentages and the extra squatting right now, I'm already looking ahead to the future for November to start training in that capacity, like more of like that, I don't even know, like Bulgarian, Russian, Chinese weightlifting, like intensity that I don't think I've ever focused on. I've always done kind of what I consider CrossFit weightlifting. So I'm excited to do that, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, and I want to enjoy this journey. And squatting every day and running 5-6 days a week is tough, but you know, I'm tougher and I'm enjoying my training. I'm enjoying life right now. North Carolina is pretty excellent. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Comment down below if any of those images were something that stuck out to you, and I'll see you in the next one.